Welcome along to AMP/Next Gen with me, Richard Conway. Welcome along to episode 4 of AMP/Next Gen, and on this episode we catch up with Rosalind and Will. They've sent in their current audio diaries for us to listen to and enjoy, and we'll hear about their ups and downs over the last fortnight. Hope you enjoy it, and once again thank you for tuning in and listening and giving these guys the support that they need, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hi Rich. So the last 2 weeks, generally training-wise, have been really good. The week before last, I had a good training week. I worked hard, final hard week before a small taper this week, before the race, the pool-based triathlon, sprint triathlon today. Week before last, I trained really well. I felt really strong, and this last week just gone, tapered, so just eased off slightly. It was only a sprint triathlon, so I didn't need to kind of give, not like push back on the training too much. But yeah, just kind of kept being focusing on the swim and the bike, and my plan was just to do the swim as hard as I can, do the bike as hard as I can on the triathlon, and then just see what I can do for the run, with my foot still not being 100%. It was the swim and the bike mainly in preparation for the aqua bike that I was focusing on. One of the bigger challenges over the last couple of weeks is that we've had COVID in our household, so I was doing my best to avoid that. Managed to successfully, which was great. So working from home because of that, just in case I took it into my workplace. But that meant that I had a little bit more time and a little bit more freedom with training and getting outdoors and things. So I really enjoyed that. Of both, but I felt like I've been recovering well from hard sessions and can see the effect. So that's really good. Definitely going to keep using that. And just generally fueling nutrition has been good. I've been happy with it. Again, fairly relaxed approach, eating healthily most of the time, the odd treat now and then. However, I would love to say that today has gone really well at the sprint pool triathlon. But unfortunately, this weekend has taken a bit of a nosedive. Yesterday, which was Saturday, I went out for a really easy spin just to kind of keep the legs loose before the triathlon in the morning, and had my first ever road bike crash. It was just me, wasn't involved with any other cyclists or any cars or anything. Still not exactly sure how it happened or what happened, but I think it was something to do with a pothole on the road or gears or jammed or something like that. But anyway, I ended up falling towards the floor, landed on my left glute, pretty hard. I was going at about sort of 35, 36k an hour, I think, from what the Garmin says. So it was a chilled spin, but that's still quite a lot of force to hit the ground with. So that was a trip to A&E, potential fractured pelvis. I'm very, very lucky in that it's not a fracture and my bones are fine. But there's a lot of soft tissue damage, muscle damage this morning. I'm incredibly stiff and sore, and obviously the doctor said in no uncertain terms I'm not allowed to race today, and that's going to be me out for quite a while. Just been having a look at kind of time scales for recovery for that kind of extensive tissue damage. Obviously glutes, really important muscle, want to take care of it. So been looking into kind of physio options and just to obviously resting initially, but just to kind of get some guidance on how best to start training again wisely. That will be kind of longer term though. At the moment, it's going to be at least a week of doing nothing. I'm gutted. Obviously, I was trained really hard and was looking forward to this triathlon. It would have been my first race in about 3.5 years. So I was really excited about that and gutted. So the first race I've had to pull out of. But it's just one of those things. I think I've got to count my blessings that I was lucky in that sense, or the doctor said I was lucky. So yeah, just got to take their word for it. Bone damage would have been a lot more serious and a lot longer recovery time. And the bike is okay. The bike's got away with some scratches. I managed to land on the floor first. So my main race being at the end of May, 22nd of May. I think it's just kind of wait and see at the moment. If I'm able to, then I fully still intend to do the race. What physical state I'm in, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I won't have had the smooth training lead up to it that I was hoping for. There'll definitely be several weeks of April that are, not what I'd hoped. But I'll do my best to be up and at it and just see where this recovery journey takes me. I'm not really sure. Obviously, it only happened yesterday, so haven't spoken to a physio yet and got some kind of professional guidance about that. I don't know if any of the listeners have had a similar kind of injury, whether they've got any tips, advice, or any suggestions of guidance or anything that they'd be able to offer. I'd be really grateful for that. As I said, it's my first bike crash, so lucky in some senses, but really, really frustrating in others.
Afternoon, Rich. Hope you're well. Weekly check-in. Highs this week. Running's coming along really well. Pace is coming down, but effort levels, coming down with it. So getting down to about 7-minute mile pace now on the long runs. Again, had another big brick session today, 50 miles, kept it easy though, and did a 8-mile run off the bike, and I was just a shade over 7-minute mile pace. So it's coming together really well on the run, and I'm not feeling absolutely smashed up when I get back from the runs. So I'm really pleased with that. Swimming, keep coming along, in the pool regularly. Nothing to really write home about. And then the cycling is exactly where I want it to be as well. So really positive end to a big 3-week block, into a rest week next week, which is going to be really good for body and mind, really, because I am starting to feel a little bit really tired this weekend. Just got it done. But like you say, times are where I'd like them to be. Diet this week's been much, much better. Got back on it this week, back to eating what I'd really need to eat, so plenty of carbohydrate, getting plenty of protein in, so eating a lot of baked oats with fruit, having fruit salads with yogurt and granola sprinkled in it for the carb, some nice hearty meals we had. We've had a roast this week. I even had nachos on Friday night. It made vegetarian chili with corn. And had that on Friday night as a bit of a cheaty type meal, but that was really nice as well. Haven't been drinking that much, got back to where I normally am, so I've had sort of a bottle of wine over the week and a couple of Peronis, so that's back to where I'd like it to be as well, which is good considering I've been on leave. So yeah, all in all, really, really positive week. The coaching's coming on as well, which takes up a lot of time, but it's growing. So yeah, just shout out a little bit of a push for the site, really. Obviously, if anyone's interested in coaching, check out 9to5 Ironman Triathlon.co.uk. So offering coaching services on there, which is good. So yeah, hopefully check in next week after a rest week with a nice rested mind, nice rested body into another big 3-week block. For next race is 11 weeks away. So, keep pushing through. All right, speak to you soon, Rich. Cheers.
So, thanks once again, guys, for your audio diaries. Much appreciated. nice to hear how you've been getting on over the last couple of weeks, even though, Ros, you had a bit of a crash. And on a positive note, though, you've not broken anything, so that's great. And she was asking there for suggestions on recovery, so if you want to get in touch with Ros, you can message her on Instagram at Rosalind_DJ and just send her your suggestions of how she could recover and the best way that you found to recover quicker. Although I don't think it's a quick fix, to be honest. Nice to hear that Will has had a good few weeks and his training's going to plan, and he's happy with where he is, both from a physical and a mental point of view, and also from his food intake. He's back on track, he said, so it sounds like it's going all to plan and all good. So well done, Will. And he mentioned there about his coaching. If you want to have a look over at his website, please do so. See what he's got to offer. And again, you can message Will on Instagram at Will_Cunningham, and that's Will with a W1LL_Cunningham. So yeah, give him a message if you're interested, and I'm sure he'd be pleased to help. And that's about it for now. So thank you ever so much for listening once again. If you'd like to drop us a line, as usual, you can get in touch on our email, which is Agegroup Multisport Podcast@gmail.com. We're on Instagram at amp_1967. Also Facebook, AmpGB, and Twitter at Agegroup Multisport Podcast. You can find all the previous episodes of Amp Next Gen and also original Agegroup Multisport Podcast. They're all there on the YouTube channel, and you can find that at AmpGB. And they're also there on your favourite platforms, which could be Spotify, could be Apple Podcast, and also on our website, which is agegroupmultisportpodcast.buzzsprout.com. And it would be really, really good if you could leave us a review. I believe Spotify have started to allow you to leave reviews, so that would be really nice. That helps us connect with like-minded people. And that's about it for now, so thank you very much, and once again, stay safe, keep training, and love the process.